What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prizepicks MLB player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks. As always, if you haven't signed up for Prizepicks, would highly recommend you check them out. It's a player props website and app where you can win money after picking the over and under on things like player strikeouts, first inning runs allowed, pitching outs, pitcher fantasy score, hitter fantasy score, etc. Go ahead and use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match deposit up to $100 on your first deposit today. Again, that is code KJK DFS. Go ahead and lock that in. Get that free money offer. Start winning some money over here on Prizepicks with these picks today, guys. I also do offer premium content packages. That's linked below in the description if you want to get access to some more premium picks, tools. I'm also going to be launching a few different packages with more benefits and stuff at the first of the month. So I'm excited to announce that first of the month. Stay tuned for that. I'm going to have some more props, some more exclusive content for my Patreon members. So excited to announce that. And if you enjoy this content, it would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Like goal on all these videos is going to be 200 likes. So let's talk about it. I got 5 picks for you yesterday. We had some elite pitchers on the mound. I absolutely loved the slate in some really easy matchups, and they got blown up by really bad teams, and that's twice in a row. It's frustrating. It's almost like unbelievable, like the fact that Justin Verlander got blown up by the Seattle Mariners last night in Seattle. Just not common. We've gotten burnt twice in a row with a slate with some elite pitching. All I got to say is just, don't get frustrated over the long haul. Those will come back, and we're going to get some wins off that. Most of the time, if anything, I would say when you lock in a ticket with elite pitchers like we had last night, we had Carlos Rodon, Justin Verlander. There's going to be nights where they just cruise 7 innings pitched, get 7 strikeouts, get the wins, and you don't even have to sweat it. And that's kind of what I'm expecting every time they take the bump. Unfortunately, the last couple times it hasn't gone that way, but I would just say, trust the numbers. Don't let that frustrate you. Stick with it, and we'll get those wins back from some of those elite guys in those good matchups. So let's talk about it today. Got 5 picks, so excited to get into it. We're going to go game by game as we always do. And the first guy that I'm going to talk about here is going to be Nathan Eovaldi taking on the Baltimore Orioles. No Vegas data so far for this game. Maybe if I give it a refresh, there's going to be a couple doubleheaders today. So, yeah, we got nothing. I think the Game 1 pitcher is still up in question for the Baltimore Orioles. But on the Red Sox side, we know it's going to be Nathan Eovaldi. He gets a great matchup taking on the Baltimore Orioles, who strike out a ton, and he's a good strikeout pitcher. So we're going to be targeting his strikeouts today, looking at his numbers across the board. As far as Nathan Eovaldi, he has a 25.7% K rate overall with a 12.6% swinging strike rate, 24.2% K rate to righties, and a 27.6% K rate to lefties. So he actually does strike out those lefties even more than the righties, but solid K rate against both sides. And he gets a good matchup today, taking on a Baltimore Orioles squad that, when looking at their lineup up and down, strikes out a bunch. Starting from the bottom up, as we always do as far as K rate with Mateo, 26% K rate, 33, 25, 27, 27, 20, 18, 23, and 16. So only 2 guys in this lineup with a below 20% K rate. It's Anthony Santander and Cedric Mullins at the top. But both those guys are left-handed hitters. So like we said, with the high K rate of Nathan Eovaldi from the left-handed side of the plate, anytime there's a low strikeout guy but the splits match up, that's always an extra little bonus, and I expect Nathan Eovaldi to rack up the Ks today. I like the over 6.5 strikeouts for him, pick number 1 on the video. The leash is long, the strikeout stuff is good. Just faced this Baltimore team too, so we do have a sample size, 94.5 pitches. He had 8 strikeouts in that game, 7 innings pitched. Expecting more of the same in this one, so I definitely wanted to target the Ks for Nathan Eovaldi today. That's going to be pick number 1 on the video, over 6.5 strikeouts. Pick number 2, we're going to be headed to the Kansas City Royals taking on the Minnesota Twins, and we're going to be talking about Brady Singer. He gets a good K matchup here taking on the Minnesota Twins. He is a decent K pitcher overall. He's not exactly the most elite K pitcher, but it's more so the matchup in the line for me in this one. He has a 22.5% K rate overall, really good ground ball, fly ball stuff, with a 20.4% K rate against righties and a 24.4% K rate against lefties. So not bad K stuff, definitely not as elite as some of the other guys we will talk about, but it's more so the matchup. Looking at the Minnesota Twins, especially the bottom of their lineup, they offer a lot of strikeouts, starting from the bottom up. 26% for Gordon, 19, 32, 28, 18, 21, 27, and 25 at the top. So lots of strikeouts to be had, especially towards the bottom of the order. And Brady Singer does have a long leash. He did just take on these guys, and he wasn't quite able to reach this prop. Not that we targeted it, but I just was taking a glance at it. I mean, he just faced these guys, 7 innings pitched, 95 pitches. He only got 3 strikeouts in that one, but I'm not going to let it talk me off him. The time before, he just had 9 strikeouts against the Chicago White Sox. So you could argue, or even better team, and he is favored to hit the over here as well. And like I said, it's the matchup, it's the line. You know, if this line was set higher, I wouldn't really want to be targeting, but the fact that it's at 4.5, I think Singer can go out there and rack up 5Ks pretty easily here. If it was at like 5.5 or 5, probably not looking to go there, but 4.5, I really do like that line. I want to be taking advantage. I like the over 4.5 strikeouts here for Brady Singer taking on this Minnesota Twins team today. Pick number 2. Pick number 3. We're going to be heading on down to the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Detroit Tigers. This was my favorite pick yesterday, and the good news for us is we could just go right back to the well because it's available again today. It's going to be Shane Bieber taking on the Detroit Tigers, and it's going to be his strikeouts. The over 6.5 strikeouts, absolutely loved this yesterday. Talked about it. Shane Bieber, an elite guy with an extremely long leash. He's a workhorse pitcher. Elite K stuff, 30.2% K rate overall with a 15.2% swinging strike rate. That's best on the slate. 26% K rate against righties and a 35% K rate against lefties. And he gets to take on the Detroit Tigers to strike out a ton. So, you know, elite strikeout guy against a lineup that strikes out a ton. You do the math. Probably going to add up pretty good here. Tucker Barnhart at the bottom, 25%, 33, 27, 22, 19, 33, 23, 19, 25.5. I mean, they're essentially all 20+% K rate guys. Shane Bieber did just face this team as well, and was able to kind of mow him down. And I'm expecting the same thing to be said in this one. He just struck out 10 on 106 pitches, 7 innings pitched against this Detroit Tigers team. Expecting the same. You know, maybe he doesn't get 10, but we don't need him to get 10 this time. We just need 7. So I expect him to get 7+ pretty easily. I like the over 6.5 strikeouts here for Shane Bieber. Pick number 3. Pick number 4. We're going to go to the Miami Marlins, taking on the Atlanta Braves. And we're going to talk about Sandy Alcantara and this one taking on these Braves. Once again, a pretty good strikeout guy. He is a little bit splitsy looking at his numbers, but across the board as far as Alcantara, he does feature a 23.3% K rate overall with a 13.2% swinging strike rate. 26.2% K rate against those righties and a 20.7% K rate against lefties. So that's what I mean by the splits. A lot more strikeouts against the right-handed hitters, but luckily for him, he gets to take on a very right-handed heavy lineup today in the Atlanta Braves. Looking at their lineup up and down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 righties expected to be deployed, and could possibly be more. So if Ronald Acuna for some reason is to return and kick one of these, you know, lefties or switch hitters out, which I don't think it's going to. I mean, regardless, Matt Olson and Ozzie Albies are most likely going to crack the lineup, and they're going to be the only 2 lefties in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 righties, I should have said it in the first case. Even better. And Alcantara, like I said, elite stuff against those right-handed hitters as far as strikeout rates. And then when you're looking at the strikeout rates up and down for these guys, as far as the Atlanta Braves are concerned, reading them off from the bottom up, Heredia, 28, 30, 29, 27, 26, 17, 20, 27, 20. A lot of strikeouts and a lot of righties. And Alcantara's line is only at 5.5, so I really like this pick. I like the over 5.5 strikeouts for Sandy Alcantara. Pick number 4 on the video, so kind of all my reasoning there, everything matching up for him. And lastly, pick number 5, heading on down to the late game, 10:10 p.m. Eastern Time. Joe Musgrove taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates, another great matchup, another guy that strikes out a ton of hitters, and another lineup that strikes out a bunch. Looking at Musgrove stuff across the board, features a 26.7% K rate overall with a 12.6% swinging strike rate, 27.2% K rate to righties, and a 26.3% K rate to lefties. So pretty split to neutral, right around a 27% K rate to both sides. In San Diego, great pitching environment, long leash, similar to all these guys that I've talked about. All these guys have been targeting because that's all we target is long leashes. We're not trying to mess around with the other arms on the slate that, you know, don't quite have as long of a leash. Why would we need to do that when we have guys that are all stretched out? 108, 99, 100 pitches the last 3 times out. 8 strikeouts against Pittsburgh the last time he faced them. 92 pitches, 8 strikeouts, 7 innings pitched. No surprise. I'm expecting more of the same in this one with this heavy K lineup. So just starting from the bottom up, like we always do as far as the K rates in the Pittsburgh Pirates bats. 29, 29, 33, 25, 30, 25, 23, 16, and 18 at the top of the lineup. So the 2 guys at the top, little strikeout guys, and then once you get down past that, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters, all heavy strikeout guys. Musgrove elite K stuff. You know, big don't overthink it spot. Attack the Ks. So that's going to be my 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks. Pick number 5, Joe Musgrove, over 6.5 strikeouts. Lock that in. Along with those other 4 picks. You can mix and match these to mitigate your risk. You can go for a 5-man flex play if you're trying to go for the big one. You know, you can do a 4-man power, whatever you want to do to attack these picks. But there's 5 for you. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. If you want to check out the premium content packages, you can check them out. If you want to wait till the first of the month, I understand. A lot of people wait till the first of the month so they don't get charged twice, because you do get charged the first of the month with Patreon. I can't change that. I wish I could. I wish I could just make it the date you signed up and everything would be great. But first of the month. But I am launching a bunch of new packages as well. So if you want to wait on the new packages, there's going to be more props, more offers. Got some stuff up my sleeve to provide more value. So excited about that. And that's all for me in this one. Wishing you all the best of luck on your prize picks today, tonight. Lots of baseball going on today. So lots to pick from, and I think we got some solid picks today. Good luck, and we'll see you in the next one.